Morning, everybody.
Morning.
We're starting off our day in Omaha, Nebraska. This is going to be our second video of our cheap cargo trailer travels series of cheap things to do while you're traveling in your cargo trailer to keep your costs down. So let's get started. All right, so we had a recommendation for Control Coffee and Cereal Bar here in Omaha. Let's go see what they got. Control is a coffee shop, cereal bar, and retro gaming spot rolled into one. They offer 33 different cereal choices, classic coffees, lattes, cold brews, and more. Add to that retro gaming consoles like Sega and NES, and it's a great time for all.
Okay, so I got a Fruity Pebble latte. It's really, really good. And then you should know cornbread. He got Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops with some milk.
And sprinkles.
And sprinkles, yeah. And sprinkles in there. So what do you think of your cereal?
I'm a kid again.
Yeah. It's good? It's cereal.
Apple Jack, Fruit Loops.
And sprinkles.
I don't know why I didn't do this when I was a kid.
Okay, we're at Kenneth Park, where they have two of the largest locomotives that were ever built. Let's go check it out.
Two massive locomotives used by the Union Pacific Railroad are on display here. The Centennial 6900, the largest diesel-electric locomotive ever built, and Big Boy 4023, the world's largest steam locomotive. The park is open to the public and admission is free. Pioneers Courage Park is one of the largest sculpture parks in the U.S. It is a tribute to the pioneers and their journey westward, featuring sculptures of wagons, families, and animals venturing into new lands. You can walk beside the larger-than-life sculptures, then move a block over to the Nebraska Wilderness Park where you'll find more sculptures of bison and Canadian geese. There is no fee required. All right, now we're going to the Mormon Trail Center. It's on the north side of Omaha, and it's another place that's free.
Kind of settled there for a little so that they were able to plant crops so that when they left and other people came, they could use that. She first lived in a tent, and when she had the opportunity to come into a cabin, she described it as a palace because it was bigger than a tent. To count and keep track of how many miles they were going so that when the other saints were coming, they could just tell them, oh, we traveled 127 miles to come over here. Because most of the men were in the Mormon battalion or on other missions. And so not only were the ladies taking care of their families, but they were also a big part in helping them continue to go. And then the hand carts don't really come in until later. And so during this time in 1852, Brigham Young tells them, like, this is where you want to be. This is where you guys should start gathering. So a big group starts coming from all over. But when they get closer, the railroad is basically done.
Oh, then you just take the railroad.
Everyone, yep. Gosh. No one starts using the wagons or the hand carts. They just start using the railroad.
Jocelyn Castle is a Scottish baronial mansion in the heart of Omaha. Built in 1903, the mansion was home to George and Sarah Jocelyn, Omaha's first millionaires and philanthropists. The home now serves as a center for the theater, arts, history, and more for the city. Scheduled tours are available, but visiting the grounds are always free. The Lewis and Clark National Historic Trail Headquarters and Visitor Center is located right next to the Kerrey Bridge in Omaha. The Visitor Center has lots of information on the Lewis and Clark expedition and commemorates their journey. The Bob Kerrey Bridge, or Bob as it's known, is a 3,000-foot pedestrian bridge connecting Omaha, Nebraska to Council Bluffs, Iowa. On the Council Bluffs side of the bridge, you'll find a 33-foot silver statue of a man staring up at the sky titled Looking Up. It's actually made out of roasting pans and crumpled aluminum.
Nebraska and Iowa.
And now, right now, you got your own state in Iowa.
Oh.
Whenever you straddle a line.
Oh, yeah.
We all grew up with stories of trolls living under bridges, but this one actually has one. Omar sits quietly below the bridge waiting for you to strike up a conversation. You can follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Take a picture of yourself on Bob, bring it to the Omaha Visitor Center, and get a free sticker.
Okay, so you can't come to Nebraska without visiting a Runza. And I got the cheese Runza. It's ground meat and cabbage mixed, and of course lots of cheese. So let's see how it tastes. It kind of reminds me, it's really good. It kind of reminds me of a Natchitoches meat pie that we have in Louisiana. So it's really good. Oh, that's good.
So we just finished our first experience with Runza. What did you think about it?
It was very good. The bread part was very soft and fluffy. The inside with the ground meat and the cabbage and the cheese, of course, was seasoned really well. And then we're sharing this chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich.
I mean, like I said, the quality was really good, so we were very impressed with Runza.
It was good.
All right, so we stayed at the Wilson Island State Recreation Area while we were staying in Omaha. It's a very affordable park. They don't charge you the daily access fees that Nebraska does, so it is a cheaper alternative. We did like the park. We didn't have electricity there, but the bathrooms were clean. They had free showers, so that made it easy for us. So if you're looking for a place within 20 miles of Omaha, Nebraska, Wilson Island State Park is a great alternative. And as far as our day in Omaha, we spent zero money other than our food. And like I said in the previous video, we're not going to list the amount of money we spend on food because everybody eats, but you can limit the things that you do in town to keep your expenses lower. So like I said, there are ways to not spend much money, but still have a great time in these towns that we're visiting. I think All right, that's going to wrap it up for 5 free things to do in Omaha, Nebraska, plus a couple of great places to eat. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next adventure. See you soon. Right now we're going into the Mormon Trail Center. It's on the north side of Omaha.